We are now live for our daily recap here. Monkey Friday. Say. Posted. All right. Welcome. Welcome. For those that are tuning in. Beautiful week, guys. Beautiful week. We took that trade today and we killed it, right? We killed it. I know those guys that took the trade today probably went bananas and stuff. So, yeah. So let's start with that and then let's dive right in, right? I guess you guys are ready, probably ready for it, right? Or let's give people some time here, right, to join and to check us out, you know. So let's do that. And yeah, pretty crazy week today, right? Beautiful week. So let's go down to the 3 minute here. We marked the prior day high, right? This is yesterday's high at 502.49. Yesterday's low at 498.80, right? And we do still have a gap to the downside at 498.64 and 494.31. That still needs to fill, right? We never filled these gaps to the downside just yet, but we need to soon, right? So let's keep that in mind. So, all right. What we can see here this week, right, is strong momentum to the downside during pre-market hours, right? Pre-market hours, you had a strong momentum push lower. So what does this tell me is that sellers are very strong up in this zone, right? So we have a strong selling momentum here. So if we move candle confirmation, candlestick, right? We had a 2-try failure from the sell side, and let's see if price moves. So we didn't take a trade until like near the lows, right? See a strong rejection candle here, right? We filled the gap. Gap was an area of resistance. So we waited for basically to price continue to go lower, right? Right. So now, as we went down here, we waited. We almost filled the gap here, right? When we saw a strong push higher, right? And I'm not too sure what time was it, but we did take an alert somewhere around here. Let me see exactly. So 9:22 was not just yet. We didn't take it here yet. Somewhere around here. Nope. We didn't enter just yet. Somewhere 9:22. Yeah, we didn't enter these yet. Somewhere around here. Somewhere here. Nope. Right here. Around this candle here, the next candle. No, we entered before this, actually. We just alerted at that time. Okay, so we alerted the calls here at this time. All right. I alerted it in my group on the voice chat around like 9:21. It takes some time to type the alert out, but the reason why we took this setup was, okay, if you look down at the 1 minute chart, right, you have a strong bounce here, right? What does this tell me? What we usually say is they have what they call a gap and trap, right? We usually always talk about that, right? We usually fill the gap or close to fill the gap, and then they trap the rookie sellers at the bottom that think the market is going to crash, right? So, reason why I took the calls here, right? Okay, on the 1 minute chart, this is now I'm using now basically the 20 EMA, right? And then we see a higher high in price, right? high, low, higher, high, price, right? And then look, we break below this area right here. Let me use what color should we use? Let's do orange, for example, here, right? This orange, this low is broken, right? We took the calls here with the stop loss at this low, right? So took calls on this candle, right? Close, enter here, right? Targeting literally the high. So let's say we target this area, right? That was a nice setup we took. Reason why is what we usually say is okay, we have a higher high in price, right? You see it, higher high in price, right? Literally this high, the high, and then this is a new high here. This is what you call a bear trap, right? This is a bear trap. Higher high in price, move lower, right? Bear trap, right? So then we took calls on this candle close right here. You could have basically we could have entered here below this candle, and I was expecting a push higher, but we didn't. So we added some here below here, and then price continues to kind of fake people out and squeeze higher here, right? Squeeze. Sat there for a good chunk of time and squeezed, right? Once we broke this high, we scale some here, right? We scale some here on this candle. This doji right here for a nice push and continue higher, right? And then now you have another bear trap here, right? So you have another one here on the 3 minute. I mean the 1 minute again, right? You have another bear trap here, right? You see here, this the low, this the high, this the higher high, low. Added some, bang, squeeze, squeeze, and targeted this gap fill from earlier, and this was just acting as an area of resistance. But as we approach towards the end of the day, we squeezed above, and now this, right? One of the members in the group, we spoke about this already. So now, what is this that you see here, right? Is this not another bear trap? Right? You have a higher high in price, right? This low is taken. They're trying to take us. They're trying to take this low out. They're trying to trap the rookie bears, sellers here, right? So you could have add some here, add some below this candle here, right? And look, squeeze higher, squeezing, squeeze, right? Two bear trap setups on the literally on the 1 minute chart, and squeeze, right? Now we take some here, right? We take some here. Why? Because we're pressing above this area of resistance right here. You see, right? We gap up. This is an area that's where we saw potential buyers, right? So now we say this is an area of resistance, right? Because we had a strong push higher and a strong move lower, right? And this gap fill is already filled during pre-market hours here. So this area we trim some, right? This area was an area of resistance. So now we would like to trim some. If we break above here, you would like to trim some, and price kind of didn't want to move it. So now you see this area right here. What we usually say is, okay, let's go to the 3 minute and break this down. We usually talk about this a lot in the trading group, right? If you were late to the calls earlier today, you could have gotten them earlier again. And let me break this down for you so you guys can see what the setup was and everything like that, right? Oh, let me get this a little bit better here. There you go. So now let's extend this a little bit further out, right? Now let's go back to the 1 minute, right? What we had is a strong move up, right? Push, right? A strong candle push, right? And then price starts to basically grind, right? We're grinding. Like you see this. This is literally price is just grinding up, right? Grinding. What does this tell me? That their sellers are leaving, they're coming out of this, like they're losing some type of momentum, right? So now we're waiting for, buyers are slowly losing that momentum, right? So now we wait. As we wait, price moves lower, right? Price moves lower here, we add some, right? See this area that we were talking about, that bear trap setup, right? You saw here that we squeezed here earlier on the 1 minute, right? Buyers are here, right? Look, buyers, buyers, right? That two try failure, right? We talk about this sometimes too, right? That two try failure, that move down, one try, two try, squeeze, right? And this is not going to be a strong move higher all the time, but I mean, this is scalpable, really scalpable, right? And fail again above that resistance here. So that initial move would have paid as well. Um, nothing like crazy, but I mean, just glimpse of like the setup wise. This is a good setup. Now, you saw buyers here. You saw buyers here at 564 and 499.95, right? Now, watch this, right? Let's go to the 3 minute. 3 minute here, right? 3 minute. We're grinding, right? We grind, and then now we're gonna see some type of selling per momentum, right? We're gonna see some selling momentum here just soon. And then let me see here. We're hitting that trend line here, and once we dip here, I'll add some. If I were to continue trading throughout the day, bang, right? So now everybody's like, oh no, man, we're not buying this junk, man. We don't want to buy this, right? No one wants to buy this, right? So look, you're below this, right? Oh, this is not beautiful, but there we go. Look at that. Tell me, is this not literally tagging that channel, right? So we had that popping grind, right? That popping grind, literally move higher, price, grinding, failure, right? First test, best test. Watch this, right? About to go over that now. Push, squeeze, right? That one try, two try, right? One try, two try, squeeze higher. This was a scalpable trade too, like literally scalpel. First test, the best test. See the first test off the trend line, the channel, right? Watch this. Bing, 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 and squeeze higher, right? And that 502 area was an area of resistance. We broke above and broke above the high of day and squeeze, right? Now, that was a nice setup. If you like to use Fibonacci on this setup, that is also possible as well, right? We kind of go over that setup all the time, right? So look, we see strong popping grind, right? Popping grind, right? What we do now is we see here buyers here, right? Swing low here, taken, right? There are buyers here and they swing low, right? So now buyers here, right? So we use this anchor from this low to high, right? This giving us a 61.8% off on the calls, right? Move lower, squeeze, right? You not see this? Now, we said earlier today that this area was an area of resistance, what they call supply, right? So when you break above this area right here off at 502.46, right? This is where we scale out of positions. This is literally when you break above this area, you want to get out of a lot of the calls. Why? Because you're breaking into new territories, right? You don't want to hold into anything that could potentially go down, right? You break below new territories, you're going to scale some, right? And we said here, this is an area of supply, right? And market continue to dump, right? Strong move lower, right? And you see here now, right? We had a failure here above the supply, right? And now let's see if they fill this gap. Chop, chop, right? You don't want to trade this. This is literally stuck in between this bull range, previous low where the bull trap was, and then this low here, which was another bull trap, right? I mean, bear trap, two bear traps. Now you're stuck in this range. Literally, price is trading in this range. You don't want to trade this. You want to wait, right? You don't want to trade this. This is like literally like a couple cents. You can't make like you can scalp these, yes, but like you don't want to get stuck in that. You don't want to trade that at all. Me personally, nah, we'll skip that, right? Continue lower, maybe, bang, right? And then extended hours. We're still trying to fill the gap here, right? We've barely tagged it here, but didn't really fill it. They're buyers looking like they want to hold this 490, 498.80 area, but let's see. Oop, they tagged the previous day's low, right? Below it. And I'm not too sure how price is holding now, but yeah, it's pretty much that. I mean, there's really nothing much to really say, but you have this pop and grind, right? You see this here on the smaller time frame, right? You want to see how buyers react in the zone, right? You have that pop and grind here, right? That pop and grind setup, right? You have that basically this is the pop and grind, right? You strong move, push low, low, grinding, right? First test, right? Now, if price, right? You copy this anchor here, right? You copy this anchor here. Now you copy it, you pull this up to the previous where the before the rejection candle was, right? Now you draw this circle here, right? If price breaks lower here, we're gonna go lower. This area of resistance, swing low, previous swing low, swing high, sorry. So this is where we just see intensive selling. But yeah, pretty much my thesis here. These are no longer an area we'll be watching, but hope you guys made some money today because we made some decent money today. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to message me. Um, you know, I see a lot of you guys here every day. I post on my YouTube channel, so if you guys tune in every day, you kind of learn a lot here and there from what I post. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. That would be great. And yeah, it's pretty much that. But do you guys have any questions of like the reason behind the setups that we take every day, or any sort of confusion of any setup wise? But me personally, I'm kind of bearish for next week because look, you have on the daily, right? We have a strong outside candle. So this candle, right, trapped in a lot of sellers, right? We see here this candle broke above the previous yesterday's candle and broke below. So now you have a bearish engulfing candle, right? And then on the weekly, if you see here, this is a nice little bearish hammer, right? So it's not looking so good here for me. I kind of want to look into like some type of bear setup, but if we scroll down here, let me delete that. Zoom in this sucker. What was that? What? Okay, let me get in there. Make that a little bit better here. All right. So let me get in there and make this a little bit better so you guys can see. Right. So, okay. I personally believe with this upcoming week, we have a lot of Fed speakers speaking. So we can expect some type of bearish sentimental stuff. And then we have, your FOMC minutes. So kind of play a little smaller risk wise. Just don't want to risk too crazy. Don't go too crazy on risk. Just want to manage and be safe on it. You don't want to get back the gains you made today. So just risk small. And if you look here, right now, what do you see here? Right, we've been talking about this for quite some time already, right? So now this is we made a new high here, right? And this is a low, right? This is your high previously, right? And then you have a high here, right? Right? You have a high as well here. This is a new high, right? But look, momentum is starting to shift downwards, right? We are currently approaching that, oversold area. And then if you look right here off of this, right, we're squeezing, right? You see this here, right? We both see this, right? You see some type of momentum shift downwards, right? Momentum is starting to shift downwards, right? So once that seller come in, they're gonna come in hard, right? And we're gonna maybe, you know, see some type of stuff like this, like momentum wise, bounce in this zone and then, go down, right? So that's what I'm seeing in my opinion. And this is what I like to eventually kind of get a glimpse of. But you see here, even momentum for this breakout here, you had a look at this, right? You had a high here, right? Literally high off of this here, right? And a squeeze above, right? And a squeeze, price made new higher highs, right? New higher highs here. And we're losing momentum here. And we're kind of wedging inside of this little trap zone here and the RSI. So this is what I think. And I just got to be prepared for it. Just want you guys to kind of get a glimpse of like the setup. So pretty much that. Alrighty then. Thank you guys for tuning in. Have a great rest of your week. I'll see you guys on Tuesday morning. And be sure to message me through my Discord if you have any questions or have anything to kind of go over. And see you guys soon.